gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the 2018 NWOAL Championships. Our match will start off with Cole Matten from Delta, a sophomore, and Juan Garcia from Archbold. Cole Matten's in on a single leg. And finishes in 2 and right to the back with back points. He receives a 2 count. Juan Garcia with the escape. The score is now 4-1. Cole Matten is in on another single leg with the takedown. He's now working for a half Nelson with a crotch ride.
On the staging area, I need 138, 138, and 145 in the staging area. 138, 145 in the staging area, please. Okay, anyone who's on the floor,
He receives 3 near fall. The score is now 9-2 with that escape from Garcia.
anyone that's on the floor, you need to find a seat unless you're on deck.
Another 2 points for Matten. It is now 11-1. Cole Matten works for a cross wrist tilt and is receiving back points.
Again, 138, 145, report to second.
Matten receives 3 back points. The score is now 14-2. Matten is now working for a claw, working for another tilt and back points. And at the end of the first period, the score is 14-2 in favor of Cole Matten. The flip of the disc goes to red, Juan Garcia, and he will choose top. There's a caution on green. A quick reversal from Matt now makes this match a 16-2 match. Matt now is working for another turn. And Matten will receive the pin with 1:35 left in the second period. Up next, we have Zach Rocha, a junior from Archbold, who is the 3rd seed, going up against a freshman from Bryan, Spencer Yoder. Zach will be the green wrestler, Spencer will be the red wrestler. Rocha gets in on a single leg early. And Rocha gets the 2 takedown going out of bounds. It goes 2-0. Rocha quickly works for a breakdown. Looking for the claw series here. We'll now switch up to a hammer. Rocha's looking for the fall here.
Push with your feet! Push!
And Rocha will receive the fall with 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the first period. At 138 pounds, we have Brennan Short, a sophomore from Marshall, taking on Mauricio Barajas, the #1 seed, a senior from Austin.
Big step.
They both get into a collar as they start off the match.
170 report to staging area, please. 170 report to staging area, please.
Both men here are looking for inside position to set up a shot. And Barajas is in on a single leg. Looking to finish here, coming up to his feet. Short is getting good defense with the leg in between his legs. And Short got out of it. Two wrestlers go on pound with 13 seconds left in the first period.
Again, please sit down if you're in the sideline and watch unless you're on deck. Please find a seat unless you're on deck.
Short is looking for a 2-on-1. He needs to get his head on the other side. And the wrestlers will go out of bounds with 30 seconds left on the first period. And the clock is not stopped. Barajas is in on the other side. And Barajas will receive the 2 takedowns as he comes up the bottom. Barajas will look to write him out for the rest of the period with 7 seconds left. The Short tries to turn and be there with the competition orders. And at the end of the first period, it's 2-0. And the flip of the referee will go to Barajas. He will defer to Short, who will then take top. Barajas is in the down position with Short coming on top.
Jason Myers, Delta, report to the fat table, please. Jason Myers, Delta.
This is when a Short
You come to the
for
box.
him to try and put a leg in. Barajas. There it goes. It's a surprise. Barajas with a nice counter and grabbing the ankle. Short will now look for a cross this series to try and get a tilt and back points as they go on down. Barajas will return to the center and still be down. Clock's still rolling. Clock! I turned it off. Okay. Make sure. They want us to scoot back, that's all you do.
Thank you.
As they try and fix the clock you see here, Mauricio Barajas will be down with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the first period. And the short one goes across the leg in, Mauricio Barajas making it 3-0. Both wrestlers will look to Rojas now sticks a boot in. And at the end of the second period, Mauricio Rojas got forced to start the third to score 7-0 in favor of Rojas. Rojas is going to go neutral here. Shot here, short. Shoots in. Looks like he's ready to go. And with a minute left in the third period, the score is 7-0 in favor of Rojas. Cole tries to get in on the single leg with a nice counter from Rojas.
182 report to the staging area. 182 report to the staging area.
Center in the neutral position.
Wrestlers, if you win your bout, your match, you need to bring your sheet. Bring that sheet to the scorer's table. Wrestlers, you need to bring a sheet. And as he starts to flip to the right, he climbs up the bodies and goes to the two. 182 report to the staging area. 182 report to the staging area. And short receives one escape. We are neutral with 1 second left. And the final score is 9-1. We are now here with Carson Meyer, the freshman from Archbold. Guess what? We are now here with Carson Meyer, a freshman from Archbold. Carson is the number 3 seed and is wrestling a Liberty Center senior, Cole Shanefeldt. Meyer is now in the lead 2-0 with 52 seconds left in the first period. As Meyer is on top, he did receive a takedown earlier in the match. Meyer is looking for a crossed wrist series, looking for a tilt here to try and receive back points. Meyer's doing a good job of trying to stay off of his knees and stay on his toes here. Meyer is still looking for the crossed wrist tilt series. Meyer tries to sink his right leg in with 2 seconds left in the first period. And at the end of the first period, it is 2-0 in favor of Carson Meyer, the freshman from Archbold. And the flip goes to Meyer, who then defers to Liberty Center, and Liberty Center will choose top. Meyer's in the down position here. And
the Liberty Center wrestler gets in on a single leg as the two wrestlers go out of bounds with 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Meyer still in the down position, is getting up to a tripod here and gets up to his feet for a split second and goes right back down as Cole returns him. And Meyer receives a 2-point reversal there with a nice switch counter. Meyer here is looking for a wing series. Meyer will look to grab the far wrist in order to take the Liberty Center wrestler to his back. Meyer then gets the Liberty Center wrestler to his back and is now receiving back points, looking to widen his lead and go for the pin. Meyer receives 3-point near fall and goes right back with the wing series. Looking to get it again as he hops around the other side, looking to punch his fist to the mat and get the wrestler to expose his back. As he scoops the head here, he is now receiving back points again. Meyer is now doing a nice job of taking the head away and lifting it to the sky so that way the Liberty Center wrestler has no post. And Meyer will take a 10-0 lead going into the third period. Meyer now has choice. Meyer will take the down position in the third period. Meyer quickly gets up to his feet and is looking for an escape, looking for wrist control, and Meyer receives the escape. It is now 11-0. Meyer now in on a double leg, switches up to a single leg, and is looking to take that foot, and Meyer gets two there with a nice finish. The score is now 13-0 in favor of Meyer. Meyer here is looking to dig the wrist out and looking for a wing series again here. Meyer won't even worry about the cross wrist as he does get it actually and is looking to get more back points here. Meyer will receive his 3 near fall and has a technical fall right now, but will work for a pin here. As Meyer looks to tighten it up. Meyer looks to get his chest on the other wrestler's chest. And Meyer receives the pin with 33 seconds left in the third period. Now up on this mat, we have Kason Schaffner, a junior from Archibald, going up against the number 1 seed in Austin Grubb, a senior from Montpelier. Schaffner is the red wrestler and Grubb is the green wrestler here. Schaffner looks to keep both hands on one wrist, looking for control here.
As Schaffner now looks for a 2-on-1, looking to get his head inside of Grubbs to keep position. As Schaffner gets in on a single leg, he has to return him to get his 2 points, and Schaffner does. Schaffner receives 2 points on the takedown there with the single leg. Schaffner, a very high energy wrestler, will now look for both wrists in order to break Grubb down. And as Schaffner tries a tilt out of bounds, they will stop the clock and head back to the center. As Grubb receives a caution there for having his hands on the line, Schaffner will come on top and will look for a half right away. And now it looks like Schaffner is going for a cradle here, but he has to come over the head in order for that to happen. As he sinks the leg in, he will look for a half now. Schaffner is now receiving back points here. As Schaffner receives a 2 count and does get 2 back points. The score is now 4-0 with 20 seconds left in the first period. And Schaffner will keep looking for the wrist series to keep Grubb broken down on the mat. And at the end of the first period, the score is 4-0 in favor of Kason Schaffner from Archbold. And with the flip, Grubb gets first choice. He will defer to Schaffner. And Schaffner will choose down. As Grubb comes on top. Schaffner quickly up to a tripod stand up here. Looking to get hand control to come all the way up to his feet. Grubb now breaks him down. Schaffner again works up for a tripod stand up. And trying to stay in bounds, will now go back down to his base as he did a great job of coming up to his feet there. Schaffner will now receive his 1-point escape. And the score is now 5-0 in favor of Kason Schaffner. Grubb will now receive the 2 takedown as Schaffner's hands were on the mat there. And Schaffner will look for another escape. As he does get it, the score is now 6-2 in favor of Kason Schaffner. As both wrestlers fight for wrist here.
Out of that time.
Grubb is now in on a single leg as Schaffner sprawls back, looking to have good defense with only 17 seconds left in the second period, trying not to give up the takedown here. Schaffner is now looking for the far ankle, looking to elevate it. And Schaffner now gets 2 and will get back points as he looks to keep the legs in so that way Grubb cannot move. Schaffner will receive his 3 back points and will be up 11-2 at the end of the second period. Schaffner is an unseeded wrestler going against the number 1 seed, Austin Grubb from Montpelier. Grubb chooses neutral to start the third period. Grubb is going to need something big here as he is down by 9 points right now.
Grubb is in on a single leg here as Schaffner looks to keep the wrist in order to defend the single leg. Schaffner does a great job of defending that single leg by controlling the wrists. As both wrestlers here still are fighting for hand control. Schaffner now with 50 seconds left in the match is looking for some good defense here. Schaffner now takes 2 hands to 1 wrist, stopping Grubb's movement. Schaffner now shoots in on a shot as he's trying to hang on here with 20 seconds left in the match. Schaffner comes up to his feet looking to finish, trying to make, and Schaffner will receive his 2 out of bounds with 13 seconds left against the number 1 seed Austin Grubb. Schaffner will now look to ride Grubb for the remaining 7 seconds of the match. And Kason Schaffner will pick up the win against the number 1 seed Austin Grubb from Montpelier, with a final score being 13-2. Now up at 182 pounds, we have the number 2 seed, Mason Babcock, a sophomore from Archibald, going against Spencer Goodsight, a freshman from Delta. As Babcock is now in on a single leg quick in the match, Babcock will receive his 2 takedown and will look for a tilt right away here. Babcock will get the cross wrist tilt and will get a quick 1 count, but no back points. Babcock will now look to put the arm of the Delta wrestler on his back. As he reaches across and puts the Delta wrestler to his back and receives the pin with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the match. At 220 pounds, we have Trevor Short, a senior from Archibald, the number 4 seed, going against Mason Foote, a sophomore from Montpelier. Trevor here is looking to work the head to make the wrestler from Montpelier tired. As the ref stops the match, they're looking for blood on the Montpelier wrestler. We are back to the center in the neutral position. As Short now works for an overhook on his left-hand side. He's looking for double overs here. And Short hits a very nice headlock there out of the double overhooks and is now receiving back points. The score is now 2-0 in favor of Trevor Short. Short will now look for the pin here as he looks to elevate the head. Short now will receive the pin with 40 seconds left in the first period. We are back here at the 113-pound semifinals match for the 2018 NWOAL League Championships. And we have Shane Eicher, a sophomore from Archibald, the number 3 seed, going up against Dylan Matthews, a freshman from Liberty Center, the number 2 seed. As Matthews here looks for a underhook, Eicher gets him out of it, and Eicher circles back towards the center. Matthews now takes Eicher down to the mat in a front head position, is looking to grab that leg, and shucks him by for 2 points. Matthews is in the lead 2-0 with 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the match. Matthews is now looking for a cross wrist tilt as Eicher here looks to use his right elbow and elbow him off so that way he cannot hit the move. As the wrestlers go out of bounds with 36 seconds left, Dylan Matthews is in the lead 2-0 over Shane Eicher of Archibald. Eicher now works up to his base, but is quickly broken back down by Matthews as Matthews looks to put his arm on the back. And at the end of the first period, it will be 2-0 in favor of Dylan Matthews from the freshman from Liberty Center. The flip goes to Eicher. Eicher will defer to Matthews. And Matthews will choose the down position. Matthews will quickly hit a switch and get a 2-point reversal there. Only 6 seconds into the second period. Matthews is now looking for wrist control in the top position.
Gentlemen, we need to clear the mat. Mat 3 needs to be cleared. We're ready to start the consolation round, please. Gentlemen, please clear mat 3. Thank you.
Matthews now works for a cross wrist tilt here. Eicher now receives an escape, and the score is 4-1 with 1 minute left in the second period. As the two wrestlers go out of bounds with 1 minute left. Matthews now gets the 2-point takedown there, winning 6-1 with 30 seconds left in the second period. As Matthew now here tries to run the bar here. He is now receiving back points. And Matthew receives the pin with 5 seconds left in the second period. And we are back here at the 120-pound weight class where we have Alex Slotman, a senior from Wauseon, going against Andrew Francis, a freshman from Archbold, in the semifinals. Slotman came in as the number 1 seed and Francis came in at the number 4 seed as Francis hits a nice throw and as Slotman hits a nice throw, puts Francis to his back, and Francis quickly gets the escape there. The score is now 2-1. As Slotman looks for an underhook there, possibly going for a high crotch or another throw, and there's the high crotch right there. As Slotman steps out of bounds, they will return center in the neutral position. Slotman now gets Francis in a front head and is looking to catch that leg and possibly lock up a cradle here. Slotman will lock up the cradle. As he looks to step behind that leg and elevate it to Francis's head.
Sorry about that.
As he steps behind that leg, that makes the cradle very tight. And as he starts to take Francis to his back, he will then get near fall criteria. Slotman will receive the pin with 48 seconds left in the first period. At 132 pounds in the semifinal, we have Zach Rocha, a junior from Archbold, going up against Gage Packelhofer, a senior from Swanton. Rocha is the number 3 seed, and Gage is the number 2 seed. Rocha does a nice job of working the head and getting behind Packelhofer here as he looks to finish. And as they get in a scramble, they are still scrambling. No points have been awarded there. Packelhofer is trying to hang on to Rocha, and Rocha's trying to circle to his right in order to gain control of Packelhofer. As he looks to step over this leg, he's having a tough time here because Packelhofer is on the ankle as they look to not go out of bounds, but they do. They will return to the center in the neutral position. Rocha now gets in on a single leg and is looking to finish. As Packelhofer locks up a cradle here and receives his 2 points for stepping behind the leg and gaining control. Packelhofer will now look to get some back points here. As Packelhofer will now receive back points. As he receives a 2 count, he will receive 2 near fall, and the wrestlers will go back to the center with Rocha in the down position. Packelhofer will now work for an armbar here. As he takes Rocha out of bounds. Rocha will return to the center in the down position with 50 seconds left in the first period. Rocha quickly comes up to a tripod and will receive his escape. The score is now 4-1 in favor of Packelhofer. Packelhofer will now get in on a single leg on Rocha as Rocha looks to defend it. As Rocha needs to be smart here and use the out of bounds to his advantage if he can. They will go out of bounds and they will be neutral. "12 seconds left in the first period.
And at the end of the first period, the score will be 4-1 in favor of Gage Packelhofer of Swanton. As the flip does go to Packelhofer, Packelhofer will defer to Rocha, and Rocha will choose the down position. Rocha will receive the escape with 1:45 seconds left. As he shoots in on a double leg, he's looking to get 2. And Rocha will receive his 2 while sliding out of bounds. That's a great job to keep the toes in there. The score is now 4-4 with 1:37 seconds left in the second period. Rocha now in the top position, looks for a claw here, trying to keep his pressure forward. He will now drop to a single leg as Packelhofer comes up to his feet, as Rocha looks to return him and does successfully. Rocha now works for a spiral ride and a claw here. As Packelhofer tries to step over Rocha, Rocha looks to take him out of bounds, and they do with 51 seconds left in the second period. They will return to the center, and Packelhofer will be in the down position. Rocha looks to chop Packelhofer's arm here and drops to a single again. Before Packelhofer ends up in double underhooks and will receive his escape. The score is now 5-4. As red is warned with stalling there for not getting back to the center quick enough. And Rocha is in on a beautiful double leg and takes Packelhofer down. The score is now 6-5 in favor of Rocha. They will now start injury time for Packelhofer here. And as we return after that injury time, the score is now 6-5 with 25 seconds left in the second period as Rocha takes the top position after receiving a takedown. Rocha will now look to ride him for the remainder of the period as he looks to take him back to the mat with 10 seconds left. They will go out of bounds with 10 seconds left in the second period. Rocha will look to ride Packelhofer for the rest of this period as Packelhofer does have choice to start the third. Rocha will look to put all of his weight forward on Packelhofer as Packelhofer tries to roll and get in a scramble position. There is no change in position as Rocha stays in control. Start of the third period. As we are back after the short blood time, it is the start of the third period, and Packelhofer will take the down position as he is trailing 6-5 and looks for an escape or a reversal. Rocha will give him the 1-point escape, and it will be 6-6 here. As Packelhofer looks to get in on a single leg here, he will look to double up and take Rocha to the mat. As Rocha looks to counter this body lock, Packelhofer will receive the 2 takedown here as they go out of bounds. The score is 8-6. As we return after the stop for another blood time, Rocha will be in the down position as Packelhofer comes on top here. Packelhofer will look to put the leg in and look for a spladle position as Rocha looks to get his leg out and hit a switch, but Packelhofer counters nicely and is going under the arm looking for a guillotine position here as he looks to take that arm, and it is called for potentially dangerous there. 1 minute and 29 seconds left in the match. Packelhofer is winning 8-6. As Packelhofer has already been warned for stalling also. And Rocha gets the escape. Rocha will look to be on the attack here, but Packelhofer gets in on a very nice double leg and takes Rocha down as Rocha bellies out. Rocha will look to get a quick escape here as they go out of bounds. The score is 10-7. Packelhofer has already been warned for stalling as he gets the escape. What is he doing? That's a takedown! As Packelhofer did use all of his injury time in the first match, he will now forfeit the match to Zach Rocha, making Zach Rocha the winner here, as Packelhofer used all of his 1 minute and 30 injury time. Next up, we have Gavin Grimm, a senior from Archibald, going against Tyler Kay, a junior from Liberty Center. Gavin is the 2nd seed, and Kay is the 3rd seed. As they both fight for a 2-on-1 here, it looks like. They will step out of bounds and go back to the center with 1 minute and 42 seconds left. Grimm will push him out of bounds, and they will go back to the center with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the first period. Grimm will now work for a 2-on-1, trying to get head position there, as he looks to try a dump of some sort here. Maybe go into a high crotch if he can get that hand free. As Grimm gets head position here. Grimm will take a shot and get 2 points and go out of bounds. The score is 2-0 in favor of Gavin Grimm with 50 seconds left in the first period. Grimm will start out in the top position and quickly break Kay down to his stomach. As Grimm looks to dig that arm out and looks for a wing position here. As Kay comes up to his feet, Grimm will quickly take him out of bounds with 25 seconds left. Grimm here will look for a cross wrist tilt here and look to get backs, as he quickly comes out of the 45-degree angle, which you need for back points. Grimm again will look to try and get backs going out of bounds, and he will call them out of bounds with 3 seconds left in the first period, as Grimm will look to finish this period on top. Grimm will finish the period on top and will be winning 2-0 at the end of the first period. Grimm will get choice here and will take the down position. SK here will look for a claw. Grimm will look to get hand position and will look to roll to try and get K out of this position. Grimm is now looking for a Peterson position and has it. And he started to give the reversal and now has the reversal and is receiving back points here. As Grimm does have 3 backs here, he will receive the 3 backs and give up the reversal back to K, which puts K back in the top position. The score is now 7-2 in favor of Grimm. Grimm will now come up to his feet and look to get hand control to try and get an escape, as they will go out of bounds. The score is now 7-2 in the second period with 54 seconds left. Grimm will now look to do the same roll through, hoping to end up in a Peterson position, but quickly gets out of it, as Grimm looks to get hand control here and try and come up to his feet. Grimm will step up with that left leg and will come up and look to get hand position, trying to stay inbounds so that way he can receive his 1 point. K is now warned with stalling for not returning Grimm to the mat. Grimm will now come up to his feet again, looking to get hand control, trying to get his escape point. With 11 seconds left in the second period, they go out of bounds. K in the third period will now choose the neutral position. Grimm will now get the 2-on-1 and force K out of bounds with 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the third period. As K looks for a throw there, Grimm will end up on top and get a 2-point takedown there. 9-2 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the third period. K will return to the center in the down position. Grimm on top here will look for a crossed wrist tilt. And now goes and transfers to the wing here, looking to get more back points to add on to his already 9-2 lead. Grimm will try and force him over here, as he now is receiving back points here. Grimm will now look for the pin here. And the wrestlers will go out of bounds, making the score 12-2 in favor of Grimm with 54 seconds left in the third period. K will quickly come up to his feet, and Grimm will take him out of bounds with 48 seconds left. A caution on red there. Grimm will quickly break Kay down with 40 seconds left in the match. Grimm will look to ride Kay out for the remainder of the match as he works for a 2-on-1 tilt here and looking for more back points here. He will receive back points here. As that expands Grimm's lead to 14-2. With 12 seconds left in the third period, Grimm's lead is 14-2 here. As Grimm will look for more back points here. And Grimm will receive a 5 count, making the score 17-2, which is a technical fall. Next up, we have Carson Meyer, the number 3 seed from Archibald, going up against Ryan Marvin, the number 2 seed from Swanton. Carson is a freshman and Marvin is a junior. Marvin shoots in on a single leg and will quickly bring it up to his feet, looking to finish here. And Marvin will get the 2-point takedown there, putting him in the lead 2-0. Marvin will look for wrist control here. As the wrestlers go out of bounds with 1 minute and 17 seconds left. Meyer quickly comes up to his feet here, looking for an escape as Marvin looks to return him to the mat, but Meyer does get his escape here. The score is 2-1 in favor of Ryan Marvin. As Marvin shoots in there, he will record the 2 takedown, making the score 4-1. As Meyer will look for another escape here. Marvin, however, riding tough on top. And at the end of the first period, the score will be 4-1 in favor of Ryan Marvin.
Heavyweight 285, report the staging area, please. 285, report the staging area, please. For semifinal. Semifinal 285.
Meyer will be in the down position to start the second period as he looks for an escape here. Marvin will return Meyer to the mat. And Marvin will look for back points here. Marvin does not receive any back points.
As the wrestlers go out of bounds with 1:19 left in the second period, the score is 4-1 in favor of the Swanton wrestler, Ryan Marvin.
Come on! How'd you miss that? Oh, no. You gotta move!
Meyer will quickly get his escape, making the match 4-2 as he takes a half shot there and quickly gets out of it. Meyer will get in on another half single, but will quickly get out of it and get back.
Big step, there you go. Hand control, hand control. Circle in.
Meyer will shoot in. And Marvin will receive the 2 takedown and now is looking for back points here, but again does not receive any as of yet.
In the step. Drop to it. Step up. You gotta step up. Straight up.
As the wrestlers go out of bounds, the score is 6-2 in favor of Ryan Marvin from Swanton.
Inside arm up.
Come on, Tyson!
Head out. Head out.
Pop your head!
With 20 seconds left in the second period, Marvin is winning 6-2 as Meyer comes up to his feet. Meyer will receive the escape and the score will be 6-3 as Meyer looks to not let Marvin score with 3 seconds left in the first period. And Meyer does a great job there of not letting Marvin score. Marvin will take the down position to start the third period. Meyer will come in the top position here. Marvin will receive his escape, and the score is now 7-3 as Meyer looks to tie him up and maybe try for a throw here. As the wrestlers go out of bounds, they will go back to the center. As Meyer looks to get a 2-point takedown, he has to take Marvin down to the mat here.
Let's go.
As Meyer gets out of it then. And the 2 wrestlers go out of bounds with 1:21 left in the third period.
Grab the headgear. You gonna call it? Back up. Hand control.
As Meyer looks to tie Marvin up here, the score is now 7-3 with 1:10 left in the third period.
Head up. Head up.
Come on, be smart! Be smart!
Marvin gets in on another single leg here on Meyer. Meyer will look to give good defense here and try not to let Marvin score as he has a deep whizzer in.
Come on, get up, Tyson!
Grab the headgear.
As Meyer looks to put more pressure on Marvin, he gets out of it. And the 2 wrestlers do go out of bounds, not letting Marvin score. Great defense by Carson Meyer there. With 25 seconds left in the third period, Meyer will look to throw him. There is a stalling warning on Marvin now.
Come on, Tyson, get up!
As Meyer will look for a throw here and get in a scramble position. With 15 seconds left, losing 7-3, he will look to try something here. With 8 seconds left, Marvin is in the lead, 7-3, as Meyer will look to tie him up and try a throw here. And looks for a dump, and Marvin will score the 2 takedown at the end of the match, winning the match 9-3 at the 160-pound weight class. At the 182-pound weight class, we have Mason Babcock of Archbold. Going against Tyler Eckler from Liberty Center. Eckler is the number 3 seed, a junior from Liberty Center, and Babcock is the number 2 seed, a sophomore from Archbold. As Babcock is in on a single leg here, he looks to try and come up to his feet. As the referee calls a stalemate here. This is the semifinal match of the 2018 NWAL League Championships. As the wrestlers go out of bounds with 58 seconds left in the first period, the score is 0-0. As both wrestlers fight for position here. With 20 seconds left in the first period, the score is 0-0. And at the end of the first period, the score will stay 0-0. With the flip going in favor of Eckler, and he will choose down to start the second period, putting Mason Babcock on top here. Eckler will look for a quick switch here as Mason looks to try and double him up. And he will get his 1-point escape, making the match 1-0 in favor of Tyler Eckler. Both wrestlers will look for a position here. As the Liberty Center wrestler there tries a half shot in to try and set something up. With a minute left in our second period, the score is 1-0 in favor of Tyler Eckler from Liberty Center. As Eckler gets in on a shot, Babcock looks to break him down to his stomach and does so successfully and receives his 2-point takedown with 30 seconds left. Babcock is still in control here as he has to make sure not to lock his hands here as he is in control. As Babcock ends the first period On the top position, he is winning 2-1 with his period. The Liberty Center coach here is now going to try and challenge the takedown or ask why he thought that Babcock was in position there. At the start of the third period, the score is 2-1 in favor of Mason Babcock from Archbold, and he will choose the down position to start. As he tries a quick switch here, he will soon come up to a tripod. And Tyler Eckler lets him go, and it is now 3-1 in favor of Mason Babcock of Archbold. As both wrestlers here look for position, trying to set something up here. Eckler will take a half shot here. And he is warning red for stalling, for blocking here. Which is kind of surprising considering red just did take a shot there. Eckler has been warned for stalling. With 45 seconds left in the match, the score is 3-1 in favor of Mason Babcock of Archbold. As Eckler will try a half shot there. Babcock will look to control the wrist here, as he calls stalling on green and gives 1 point to red with 8 seconds left. And Babcock will get the takedown here. The score is now 5-2. And that is the end of the match. Mason Babcock will win 5-2 and advance to tonight's finals. At the 220-pound weight class, we have the number 1 seed Caleb Carpenter, a junior from Liberty Center, going up against Trevor Short, the number 4 seed, a senior from Archbold. Carpenter is a 2-time state qualifier and will look to qualify for state for the 3rd time this year. As they are both in the over-under position, looking for a throw here. They will go back to the center after going out of bounds. As Carpenter here will look for double overs. Short will try and hit a headlock here, but will not be successful as Carpenter overpowers him and gets the 2 takedown. Carpenter will sink a half in and look for back points, as he does have a 5 count here. He will receive 3 near fall points. As Carpenter now looks for the pin here. And Carpenter will receive the pin with 26 seconds left in the first period. At the 285-pound weight class, we have the number 3 seed Anthony Gonzalez, a senior from Archbold, going against Thomas Lytle, a senior from Swanton, the number 2 seed. Lytle quickly gets a takedown, winning 2-0.
Lytle's on top here with a minute and 19 seconds left in the first period, winning 2-0. As he has Anthony Gonzalez all the way broken down to his stomach. Thomas is now looking to put Anthony Gonzalez's arm on his back. As Lytle returns Anthony down to his stomach again. As he now puts Anthony to his back, he looks for the pin with 8 seconds left in the first period. As Tommy Lytle will receive 3 back points and be up 5-0 going into the second period. And after the flip, Lytle will have choice. And Lytle will go neutral here. As AG will look to get in an over-under here. As Lytle will get another takedown and take Anthony Gonzalez right to his back, as Lytle will look for the pin again. As Lytle has the headlock there and will get the pin with a minute and 14 seconds left in the second period. At 113 pounds in the consolation semifinals, we have Shane Eicher going against Zach Zawandi of Swanton. Eicher tries to shoot an outside single there. The squares back up. They are now in a front head position with Zeth trying to get the corner there to chase the leg. Eicher now receives 2 takedown. And at the end of the first period, the score is 2-0 in favor of Shane Eicher from Archbold. A reminder that in consolation semifinals and any consolation match, the first period is only a minute, and all other periods, the second and third, are 2 minutes. Zeth will take the down position, and Eicher will start on top. As the wrestlers go out of bounds, they will return to the center, and Eicher will once again be on top. Eicher has a deep half in the far wrist in, looking to run it over. As he looks to keep running and going forward here, he will try and drive him over his other leg that is up right now.
Eicher, in order to get out to the side, needs to get his leg unhooked right there. Eicher puts his half Nelson in, and will keep driving it. Eicher was getting very close to a full Nelson there. And with 45 seconds left in the second period, the score is still 2-0 with Eicher on top. Eicher having a tough ride here with 30 seconds left. Will look to sink that half in again and put all of his pressure forward. Eicher again will sink a half in. Eicher will end up riding out Zeth for the second period. And it will be Shane Eicher's choice to start the third. Shane Eicher has decided to go down in the third period, winning 2-0. As there's not a lot of action here in the third period, Eicher will look to come up to his feet there, but be returned back to the mat. Eicher will be broken down to his stomach, but quickly gets back up to his base. Shane will come up to his tripod and look to stand up to his feet, but will be returned back to the mat. As Zeth will then come up and will drop to a single leg, actually, as Shane will look to defend it. Shane will sprawl out and look to break his hands and look to spin around and get a 2 reversal, and he does. Shane Eicher with the 2 reversal is winning 4-0 with 5 seconds left in the match. And Shane Eicher will take the W, 4-0. Back here at 138 pounds, we have Brennan Short, a sophomore from Archbold, going against Max Kneeling, a senior from Patrick Henry. Kneeling was the number 2 seed overall and was beaten by Dawson Swicegood of Delta earlier in the tournament in the semifinals. Brennan Short lost to the number 1 seed Mauricio Barajas and followed it up with a win over Braden Custer of Montpelier. As Brennan Short there is in a front head and does a wonderful job of throwing him by and getting his 2 points. At the end of the first period, Brennan Short is winning 2-0 over Max Kneeling of Patrick Henry. A reminder that the first period is a minute in consolation, and the next 2 periods will be 2 minutes. So after the flip, Max Kneeling will defer to Brennan, and Short will take the down position. Brennan will quickly come up to his feet and get a quick escape within 2 seconds. And the score will now be 3-0 in favor of Short from Archbold. Short will work for a 2-on-1 and take a half shot there and get back out of it, back into the neutral position. Short will now go back to the center with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. He is up 3-0. Short will shoot in there and look to finish his double leg, but Kneeling gives great defense and is now in a front head position and will trip Short and lock up a cradle and look to get back points here. As the score is now 3-2, with Kneeling looking to get back points and Short coming back on top, looking to get a reversal there. Kneeling does have a 2 count right now, looking to get more with that cradle still locked up. As the wrestlers go out of bounds, the score will be 4-3 in favor of Max Kneeling of Patrick Henry. As Short will go down to the down position, and Kneeling will actually kick him out and give him 1 point, as the score is now tied up 4-4. Kneeling will quickly shoot in on a low single, and Brennan Short will lock in the crotch, trying to have defense. Kneeling will try and get his head high here in order to finish. As Short will hang on to the ankle and hope for a stalemate. Short will take a quick shot in, but will not come up to his feet. Still giving great defense, however, and Kneeling will get 2 by hooking the leg there. And at the end of the second period, the score will be 6-4 in favor of Max Kneeling of Patrick Henry, and he will have choice. Kneeling will choose the neutral position. Short will get in on a single leg here and will look to finish as he puts all his weight forward and comes across and gets his 2 takedown. The score is now 6-6 in favor of Brennan Short as he looks to throw a leg in with a power half here to try and extend and get a lead here. Brennan Short will look to extend Max Kneeling and try and get him down to his stomach in order to be in a more powerful position. As you can see, Brennan Short has both legs sunk in here. Here he's working to push the head down as he has a power half in, and the ref will call a stalemate as there was no movement. Short again will be on top with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the third period. He will sink his right leg in and go look to sink his second, but a great counter from Kneeling there, and he will get reversed. The score is now 8-6 in favor of in favor of Max Kneeling. With 45 seconds here, Brennan Short will look to get an escape and a takedown. As he gets up to his feet, he will now be going for a takedown as he looks to take advantage of how tired Kneeling is here. Short will be in a front head position and will look to circle to his left to sink his head and does another slide by, or another throw by, but it does not work. With 19 seconds left, Short will look to get a takedown as it is 8-7. And this Short will now look to lock up what looks like a headlock, body lock situation, but will be taken down at the end of the match to lose 10-7 to Max Kneeling, the number 2 seed from Patrick Henry. Colton Souls here is wrestling Nathan Hutchinson, senior from Montpelier. Colton was the number 3 overall seed, as he looks to hit a dump here and take Hutchinson right to his back and receive back points, as he now is receiving them. Colton will now come out to a wing position, a wing and a half there, as he looks to run the half and looks to pin Hutchinson. Souls receives 3 back points and is winning 5-0 with 5 seconds left in the first period, as he will stay in the top position to end the first period. Green's choice. Green decides to go down. Souls here will look to put the arm on his back. Souls here will get another wing, but will be stopped for potentially dangerous, as he did take it forward. Souls now will get a cross wrist tilt, looking for more back points here, and he will receive them. Souls receives 3 more near fall, and making the score 8-0 with a minute left in the second period. And he sinks a half in, and will go for more back points here. As you can see, he's trying to scoop the head here, trying to take it away to put Hutchinson to his back. And Colton Souls will get the pin with 34 seconds left in the second period, moving him to the 3rd place match later tonight. At the 175 or 170 pound weight class, we have Kason Schaffner wrestling Wyatt Lane, a sophomore from Wauseon. Schaffner gets in and gets a quick takedown here. Schaffner here will look for both wrists and try and sink a leg in here. Trying to get a power half also, it looks like. And at the end of the first period, Kason Schaffner will be winning 2-0.
195 and 220 in the staging area, please.
Green chooses down.
Staging
Headhunt.
Here Lane will put the legs in.
Headhunt. Headhunt.
As he gets a little too high, Kaysen will start to climb this arm and try and bring his head down so that way he can grab it. He needs to get his hips up, and there he does, and will receive his 2 reversal. Kaysen right now is he was in a Turk position, but now has the half and is looking to run that over. But instead jumped to the opposite side, which he could not do anything with.
Come on, Logan!
Schaffner here looks to have Wyatt Lane all tied up underneath. Schaffner now has Lane's arm on the back. And we'll look for more of a hammer position here, if he can get it. He actually tries for a farmer position here, but he still misses it and goes right into a hammer position. And at the end of the second period, the score will be 4-0 in favor of Kaysen Schaffner. Lane gets a takedown there. And with 1 minute and 22 seconds left in the third period, Kaysen Schaffner is winning 4-2 and is in the down position. Schaffner now comes up to his feet and is looking for an escape. As red is warned for stalling for not returning him to the mat. He will now let him out, and the score will be 5-2 in favor of Kaysen Schaffner. A fake there leads Schaffner into Lane's leg. Schaffner will look to finish here as he elevates the leg. He will look to kick his other leg out and will finish for the 2. The score is now 7-2 with 35 seconds left in the match. Schaffner was just in a Navy position with his arm between the legs. And he will sink his right leg in here and try for a power half. With only 5 seconds left in the match, it looks like he's just going to stay in this position. And the final score will be 7-2 in favor of Kaysen Schaffner. And he will advance to tonight's 3rd and 4th place match. Gibson Brookholder here is wrestling Brendan Mutzak from Evergreen, a freshman, in the consolation semifinals. And Brookholder quickly takes him down and takes him to his back and looking for a pin here. And Gibson Brookholder will receive the pin in 17 seconds. giving him a shot at third place later tonight. In the 220-pound weight class, we have Trevor Short, a senior from Archibald, the number 4 seed, going against Greg Wilson, a senior from Swanton, who was unseeded. Trevor looks to get a right side underhook here. As Wilson now looks to get a left side underhook. As Red has been warned for stalling in the first period, he attempts a throw out of bounds and they work back center with no points scored there. Again, Red, Greg Wilson, has been warned for stalling. And at the end of the first period, the score is 0-0 in the 220-pound weight class. Wilson chooses the bottom position in the start of the second period. As Short drops down to a single leg here, Wilson tries some defense and it works as he gets his escape. As the two wrestlers go out of bounds, they will go back center. And the score is 1-0 in favor of Swanton's Greg Wilson. As the wrestlers are now in an over-under position here, they will be looking to get their shoulder deeper than the other guy. As the wrestlers go back center, it looks like Greg Wilson from Swanton will take injury time.
Who's he watching?
Back here in the second period with a minute left, the score is 1-0 in favor of Greg Wilson from Swanton. As both wrestlers work the head. With 38 seconds left, the wrestlers go out of bounds and will go back center. Trevor Short will look to lock up the headlock here, but they will go out of bounds with no points scored. Trevor will look to get out of that position as he backs up and goes to the head. As he looks to snap him down. And the start of the third period, Trevor Short will have choice and he will decide to go down.
Trevor Short will look to get to his tripod position here and will get up for one green escape. We are neutral and the score is tied up at 1-1. As things seem to get more physical as the match goes on. The ref will stop the match to talk to both wrestlers about the hits to the head. Trevor Short will work for that right side underhook, but Greg Wilson will get out of it.
Get his head up!
With 50 seconds left, the score is still 1-1. As Greg Wilson will get in a front head position, but will go out of bounds. And he warns green for stalling here. Trevor Short has been warned for stalling. Greg Wilson here will look for a 2-on-1 as Trevor Short goes back into the underhook. Greg will try a headlock there, it looks like, but to no prevail. As the wrestlers will go into overtime here. Overtime is a 1-minute first period, followed by two 30-second right-outs. And then the ultimate right out is 30 seconds. The first wrestler to score here in this first period will be the winner. Trevor Short has already been warned for stalling in this match. As Trevor Short here tries for an underhook, Greg Wilson will get out of it once again. And as the first period comes to a close, they now will go to a 30-second right out. Flip gets choice. And Greg Wilson gets the first choice, and he will go down. Trevor Short comes on top. This is a 30-second period. Both wrestlers will get the chance to go into down position and score points, so there still will be one more period at least after this. Trevor Short goes to the single leg and needs to come up and finish to avoid his second stalling warning. As Trevor Short just got hit for an unsportsmanlike conduct there, that will be 1 point, and Archibald will go challenge the call here. As there was an unsportsmanlike conduct call, that does not make much sense, but it's all right. Trevor Short will have to ride him out the rest of this period if he wants a great shot at winning this match. As he drops to a single leg again, Trevor Short will come up with it so that way he can avoid the stalling warning. 2 seconds left. Trevor Short will look to ride him out for the rest of this period. the start of the third overtime period, Trevor Short will go down for 30 seconds. Trevor will have to get an escape here. And then if there is another overtime period, Greg Wilson will get the choice because he did score first. Trevor Short does get the escape, but they keep wrestling. With 8 seconds left in the match, this will be the final overtime. With Greg Wilson from Swanton scoring first, he will get choice and he will choose the down position. If he gets an escape, he does win the match. As Trevor Short will look to break Greg Wilson down to his stomach here. Trevor drops down to a single leg. And that is the match. At the 113-pound weight class, we have Shane Eicher from Archbold and Gabe Meyer from Delta going for the third place match. Gabe Meyer gets in on a single leg here and looks to finish. Shane Eicher gives some defense and tries to get his hips back here. Looks to keep the ankle here, but goes down to his hip. And Gabe Meyer is awarded 2 points for the takedown here. Meyer now looks for a wing and far wrist as he starts to climb up to the half. And at the end of the first period, it is 2-0 in favor of Gabe Meyer of Delta. The flip goes to Shane Eicher, and he defers to Meyer, and Meyer chooses down to start the second period. Eicher here looks to put the half in. And Meyer counters with a Peterson, where he gets the 2 reversal and will receive back points here. Making the score 7-0 in favor of Gabe Meyer of Delta. Eicher works up to his feet and looks to get hand control to get away, but is returned to the mat by Meyer. Meyer sticks in the double boots and looks like he's going for a power half here, trying to flatten Eicher out to the mat. Meyer now puts in a power half here and is receiving back points here as he looks to scoop the head. And Gabe Meyer gets the pin with 18 seconds left in the second period.
and he will take third at the 2018 NWAL League Championships. In the 120-pound weight class, we have Andrew Francis of Archbold, the 4 seed, going against Jace Helmanak from Delta, the 3 seed. Both wrestlers are freshmen here. Francis gets in on a high crotch and looks to double across, and does, and gets his 2 points takedown with 29 seconds left in the first period. He now tries for a cradle and looks to step behind the leg and go across the other guy's body, and does. And now Andrew Francis is receiving back points with 10 seconds left in the first period. He will have a 5 count here. The score is now 5-0 in favor of Andrew Francis at the end of the first period.
On man 2, number 20. Ellis Skelton from Wasion. Zach Shellis,
They will begin neutral to start the second period.
Wasion, Shellis, Swanton.
Gabe Meyer shoots in on a high crotch here and looks to go and double across to receive a 2-point takedown. And the wrestlers do go out of bounds there with nobody scoring. We are still neutral here. Meyer again shoots in on a high crotch as Francis tries to get his leg down to the mat in order to stop the single leg. As you can see, Garrett Grimm, one of the coaches here, getting a little airtime. The score is now 6-4 in favor of Andrew Francis. Francis works up to his feet, but is returned. Myers keeping good pressure forward, stopping Francis from coming up to his feet, and again returns him as soon as he does come up to his feet. And at the end of the second period, the score is 6-4 in favor of Andrew Francis from Archbold.
On man 1, his 6th place at 120. Drew Bowser, 137. Case 5.
In the third period, I'm sorry, I believe I've been calling Jace. Andrew Francis is still on top here. With 1:08 left in the third period, Andrew Francis is winning 6-4. Jace here did get the reversal, so it is tied 6-6, but there were no back points awarded here. With 57 seconds left in the match is tied 6-6. As Andrew Francis looks to come up to a tripod position here to come up to his base. He is quickly returned to the mat. And Andrew Francis does get his one escape. We are neutral again. As Jace then gets in on a single leg here and is looking to finish, and Andrew Francis is looking to work the hands and keep good pressure with that whizzer. He is applying with his left arm there. And Andrew Francis does a great job of getting out of it there with 11 seconds left in the match. With 3 seconds left in the match, there will be a stoppage for blood time with 2 seconds left. With 3 seconds left in the match, Andrew Francis is winning 7-6 here. And Andrew Francis will win the match 7-6. He is your third place 2018 NWOAL champion. Far mat here, Brennan Short is going to be wrestling for 5th place here. As he will be wrestling Travis Mersing from Evergreen. Brennan Short will be wrestling for 5th place, and will be wrestling Travis Mersing from Evergreen. On the middle mat here, we will have Zach Rocha wrestling Hunter Yaki. And on the far mat there, Brennan Short just did get 2 points on the edge. He is winning 2-0. And with 1:30 left on the gray mat, the score is 0-0. On the purple mat with Brennan Short, it is 2-0 at the start of the second period, and Brennan Short takes down. And Brennan Short gets an escape, making it 3-0 down on the purple mat. And Hunter Yaki there gets a 2 takedown and is winning 2-0 with 45 seconds left in the first period as the wrestlers go out of bounds. So Zach will return to the middle. Brennan Short down on the purple mat is winning 5-0 right now. Here on the gray mat, there was not a takedown as the wrestlers did step out of bounds, so they are still neutral. Both wrestlers are neutral on the purple and the gray mat. And there was no 2 at the end of that sequence there. So at the end of the first period between Zach Rocha and Hunter Yaki, the score is 0-0, and Hunter Yaki chose down to start the second period. Down on the far purple mat, the score is now 7-0 in favor of Brennan Short. I'm sorry, check that, 7-1 in favor of Brennan Short. As Zach Rocha gets in on a shot, the score is now 1-0 in favor of Hunter Yaki. As the wrestlers are neutral. Hunter Yaki is now winning 3-0 on the gray mat with that takedown. He has the right leg in. As it looks like he's looking for a power half here. Brennan Short over on the purple mat is now winning 10-1 in the third period with 1 minute left. On the gray mat, there's 30 seconds left with Hunter Yaki in the lead, 3-0. On the gray mat, it is now 5-0 as Hunter Yaki got a 3-point near fall there with 24 seconds left in the second period. And Brennan Short gets the pin down on the purple mat, down at the far end with 38 seconds left in the third period.
On mat 1 at 1:45. Wyatt Hutchinson, Montpelier, Tony Roder, Evergreen. 1:45 on mat 1, Hutchinson, Montpelier, Roder, Evergreen.
And at the end of the second period, the score is now 5-0 in favor of Hunter Yaki, with it being Zach Rocha's choice to start the third period. Rocha will choose neutral here. Looks like Rocha here is trying for a key lock as he's trying to get Yaki to push back into him, but he does lose it here. So he will continue to wrestle from space if he can. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the third period. Yaki shoots in with a head inside single leg. Hunter Yaki looks to step over that bottom leg in order to get his 2 points, and he does get his 2 points. That is a 7-0 now with 55 seconds left in the match. As the wrestlers go out of bounds, it is 7-0 with 32 seconds left in the third period. Hunter Yaki here will look to ride Zach Rocha out for the remainder of the match, as it looks like he tries to get a tight waist here. And the match will end 7-0. Hunter Yaki is your 2018 NWOAL League champion, and Zach Rocha is your runner-up. At the 152-pound weight class, we have Colton Souls, the third seed, a senior from Archbold, going against Tanner Roush, a senior from Liberty Center, also the 4 seed. As the two wrestlers go out of bounds, they will come back to the center. Soul shoots in here and tries to do a shuck by, but as there is no control there will not be any points awarded. It is 0-0 at the end of the first period. Red's choice. Red will go top to begin the second period. As Souls quickly tries to work up to his feet and get hand control, Roush attempts to take him back to the mat. Souls with the good hips will go out of bounds, however, and they will go back to the center. Souls quickly up to his feet and breaks the hands as he tries to sprawl back here. And they do go out of bounds here. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the second period. Souls quickly up to his feet again, is looking to break the grip of Roush. And Souls gets the reversal here and goes right into a wing, it looks like. As Souls gets that wing in, he has a left side wing and is looking for the right side wrist as he starts. Now he has a right side half in as he's going to jump sides and try and go with that half. As Roush comes up to his feet and the wrestlers do go out of bounds. They will return center and Roush will be in the bottom position. Roush will try and roll over, but Souls will stay on top here. As the wrestlers go out of bounds, Colton Souls will stay in the top position. In the 145-pound weight class, we have senior Gavin Grimm from Archibald going against senior Gage Grunden of Wauseon. They are going to be on the middle mat, the gray one, as Grunden looks to try and get in on a leg there. Grunden will be working for a 2-on-1 here. Grimm's not trying to let him get head position. As Grunden gets in on a leg here. Grimm gives great defense, and they will go out of bounds. Great defense by Grimm there, grabbing the hands and getting the leg down. Grimm and Grunden both look like they're working for a 2-on-1 here as Grunden gets out of it. As Grimm looks to get a 2-on-1 there, it is quickly neglected by Grunden. As Grunden shoots in on a single leg there. Grimm gives some great defense again, but will be No, as both of them stepped out of bounds, there will not be two there. 0-0 with 42 seconds left in the first period. We are neutral. Here on the purple mat with Colton Souls, he is now winning 4-0 with a minute left in the third period. As Grimm does a great job of stopping Grunden's attempted duck under there. And at the end of the first period, the match is scoreless, 0-0 here. As Grimm gets picked, and he will go down to start the second period. And Colton Souls just got the pin here for third place. He will take third. Got the pin at 27 seconds left in the third period. Grimm will start in the down position here. As Grunden here is looking to get Grimm's wrist and try and get him tied up in the bottom position. As they will step out, they will go to the center with Gavin Grimm down. Grunden there tries for the claw and spiral ride. As Grimm looks to sit out here, trying to come up to his feet here, but is quickly broken down by Grunden. And Grimm's looking to grab that ankle, but could not elevate it. As Grunden returns Grimm back down to the mat. There's a caution on Gage Grunden on the gray mat with 1 minute and 1 second left in the second period. Grunden there is looking for a claw series and a tight waist, it looks like now. as Grimm sits to his butt, trying to come up to his feet here. As Grunden drops to an ankle here, as Grimm tries to get his hips back like he did earlier in the first period. As Grunden is starting to take him out of bounds here. And Grunden will drive him out of bounds to go back to the center with Grimm still in the down position. With 15 seconds left in the second period, Grimm is going to look to get an escape here. As Grimm looks to come up to his feet. As Grimm looks to come around with no time left. At the end of the second period, the score is going to be 0-0. Going into the third, Grunden will choose the down position here. Grunden does have one caution, and he has also been warned for stalling. The next stalling warning will be a point on Grunden. Here, Gavin looks to take him out of bounds, actually, looking to drop to a single leg there. Grimm here looks for a tilt, and looks like he will get it here and will get a count here. Looks like Grimm will have a 5 count, which means 3 points with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Grimm will look to stay here and waste a little time for a little bit.
Put him in danger, guys! Put him in danger!
With 1 minute and 22 seconds left, Grimm does have 3 near fall as he takes Grunden out of bounds. Grimm is in the lead 3-0 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. 1 minute and 14 seconds left, actually. Grunden will look to get a quick escape as Gavin looks to get that tilt again as he looks to drive him out of bounds. With 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the third period, Gavin Grimm is up 3-0. As Grunden gets the escape, it is now 3-1. And Red is taking injury time here. So, with waiting for the injury time, we do have Carson Meyer here wrestling for third place in the 160-pound weight class against Brian Floyd from Evergreen. The match is now tied 1-1 with 1 minute and 13 seconds left. Carson gets in on a single leg here and loses his mouth guard, but is still going to look to finish here, as they do go out of bounds with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. With 1 minute left, the score is 1-1 in the third period for Carson Meyer here. As Floyd gets in on a single leg, Meyer will look to defend it, and we are back on the championship match in the 145-pound weight class with Gavin Grimm from Archbold and Gage Grunden from Wauseon. The score is 3-1 with 48 seconds left on that championship match, as Carson Meyer here is looking to get great defense and is giving great defense. On the championship match, there is 30 seconds left with Gavin Grove up 3-1. With 25 seconds left, the score is 3-1 on the championship match. Gavin Grimm has been warned for stalling with 19 seconds left. Gavin Grimm can't afford another stalling penalty, which he just gave up, as it is 3-2 now. The next one is also a point here. As they're complaining there that as Grunden is in the face, that would be his second caution. The next one is a point there. The third caution is a point. As Grunden gets in on a shot, Grimm will look to defend with 2 seconds left. And Gavin Grimm is going to be your 2018 NWOAL League champion, beating Gage Grunden, ranked 3rd in Division II. Congratulations. As Gavin Grimm is very happy about that one. That is a great win going into tournament time. In the 170-pound third place match, we will have Kason Schaffner of Archbold going against Ryan Leahy of Swanton. Leahy was the 3rd seed and Schaffner was unseeded. Just a reminder, in consolation rounds, there is only a 1-minute first period followed by a 2-minute second and third period. And at the end of the first period, the score is going to be 0-0. And Leahy will take the down position. As Schaffner will get in on a leg, he is still in control here. With 1 minute and 39 seconds left here in the second period, the score is 0-0. And he does get the takedown here and will receive back points here. As Kason Schaffner looks for the pin here. With 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the second period, Kason Schaffner will look for the pin, but will fall off as Leahy gets off of his back. The wrestlers will step out of bounds, and the score will be 5-0 in favor of Kaysen Schaffner. I'm sorry, 3-0. I'm sorry, 3-1 in favor of Kaysen Schaffner. Kaysen was in the top position and got 3 back, and Leahy did get an escape there. With 30 seconds left in the second period, Leahy shoots in and has both hands locked as Schaffner looks to grab the ankle and keep circling in order to get points. As he looks to lift that leg and get points here, he has 2 takedown and will get near fall here. Will get near fall with hands in the face too. And got the pin with 7 seconds left in the second period. Kaysen Schaffner gets a pin with 7 seconds left in the second period. At the 195-pound weight class, we have Gibson Brookholder of Archbold, the 4 seed, going against Crew Oberheim of Swanton, going for 3rd place.
Come on, Crew.
As Gibson gets 2 takedown here.
That's 2 back.
Oberheim will go back to the middle and will be in the down position here. Oberheim will try a roll here with Burkholder following nicely. As Oberheim gets 1 escape, the score is now 2-1 with 25 seconds left in the first period. Just a reminder that in the first period, in the consolation round, they are only a minute. The second and third period are 2 minutes like usual.
Circle. Circle, short time.
And at the end of the first period, the score will be 2-1 in favor of Gibson Brookholder from Archbold. In the second period, Oberheim will go down with Brookholder on top. Brookholder returns him to the mat nicely. And he will look for a cross wrist series tilt. As Gibson takes him out of bounds there, the score is still 2-1 with Oberheim in the down position. And then they will start.
That's good. Get him up.
And the score is now 2-2 with them going out of bounds here. As they do take out the chair also.
Hey, guys. I'm watching.
With a minute left in the second period, the score is 2-2 as Gibson Brookholder tries to get in an over-under here. Gibson is actually working for a key lock, it looks like here, with that collar tie.
This guy in the stands. Yeah, we may have to.
With 40 seconds left in the second period, the score is still 2-2. As both wrestlers look to try and get in a tie here.
Go, Gib. Heavy hand.
As Burkholder tries to get in. As the wrestlers go out of bounds, there is no control there, and there is no takedown. The score is still tied at 2-2 with 25 seconds left. As Oberheim gets a nice collar tie there. And Gibson will give up the 2 as they go out of bounds. The score is now 4-2 in favor of Crew Oberheim here with 3 seconds left. Burkholder will look for a sit out here. And the period will expire. The score is 4-2 in favor of Crew Oberheim. Gibson will take the down position. Correct. Gibson Burkholder will get the escape here with 1 minute and 47 seconds left in the third period. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left, the score is 4-3 in favor of Crew Oberheim. As Burkholder will go for the double overs here, as Oberheim is in the double unders, looking for a body lock. As Burkholder may be looking for a throw here. And he starts to move his feet. He needs to keep moving his feet in order to get the 2 takedown. As they both come up in the same position here, they will go out of bounds with nobody scoring here. The score is 4-3 with 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the second period. As Oberheim returns to the center. Gibson Burkholder here is in an over-under. We'll look to go for the throw here. And Gibson Burkholder does get put to his back here. The score is now 6-3 with 30 seconds left. And Gibson Burkholder will get pinned. Crew Oberheim will get third with a pin at 39 seconds left in the third period. In the 285-pound weight class, we have the 4th seed, Connor Johnson of Liberty Center, going versus 3 seed, Anthony Gonzalez of Archbold. Johnson is a junior, and Gonzalez is a senior. As Johnson gets in on a single leg here, Gonzalez will look to fight it off, but cannot, and Johnson will get the takedown. It is 2-0. Johnson will again take him out of bounds, going for a single leg on that counter. Gonzalez will go to the ankle here, looking to break Gonzalez down. As the wrestlers will go out of bounds here, there is no change in control. Gonzalez is still in the down position here.
Gonzalez is again returned to the mat on his stomach. Green will have the choice here, so Gonzalez will have the choice, and he will choose neutral to begin the second period. Gonzalez here is working in an over-under, trying to get a throw, trying to get in an advantage position. Johnson here does have the advantage position as of right now. As Johnson does get in on another single leg and takes Gonzalez to the mat. Johnson will now look to get back points here off of a claw series. He will now try and put a half in here and take Gonzalez to his back. Johnson will have 3 back points as the score is now 7-0 in favor of Connor Johnson of Liberty Center. As Johnson keeps Anthony Gonzalez on the mat here, he will be broken down to his stomach with 25 seconds left in the second period. The score is 7-0 in favor of Connor Johnson here. Anthony needs to get off of his stomach here in order to come up and get a point. And Anthony Gonzalez does get 1 at the end of the period there, so making the score 7-1 at the start of the third. As Connor Johnson does choose neutral to start the third period, the score is 7-1. As Anthony Gonzalez is being coached to go forward here, he still seems to go sideways. And he does hit a lateral here as he is looking for the pin here. And Anthony Gonzalez gets the pin with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the third period. He will be your third place finisher at the 285-pound weight class. At the 182-pound weight class, we have Mason Babcock of Archbold, a sophomore, the number 2 seed, going against Trent Davis of Wauseon, the number 1 seed. Babcock was in on a shot there and is now trying to get out as Davis has him in a front head position here, looking to score. As Davis now comes up to a single leg and brings it up, and as he is going to treetop it up, Davis will look to control the head here in order to take Babcock to the mat, as he did there. And he will get 2. The score is 2-0 with 1 minute and 16 seconds left. And the wrestlers will go out of bounds with 1 minute and 9 seconds left. As Davis will stick a leg in there, Babcock will look to counter.
Davis will now look to bring that arm up and take it back, as that is called a guillotine. Davis will keep that right leg in and start to dig that wrist out. As Davis will get a 2 count near fall there, and he will take a 4-0 lead heading into the second period. Babcock will have choice, and he's going to defer to Davis, who is going to go down. The score is 4-0 at the beginning of the second period. As Babcock will look to return him to the mat here. Needs to be careful in doing so to not get a stalling call. As Babcock does cut him to not get a stalling call there. The score is now 5-0 with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the second period. As you can see, Coach Rufer getting a little airtime there. Davis will get another takedown there, making the match 7-0 with 1 minute left in the second period. Davis will now look to control the head here and take it under and put him to his back here. But it will be called potentially dangerous here, as he was coming over the neck. Davis will look to control the head here again and try and take him to his back, as he does again. And Davis will get the pin with 22 seconds left in the second period. Trent Davis is your 2018 182-pound NWOAL League champion.